let's talk about the champions. Let me stay with you on that tangent. I don't know which you have. Pick one game. Which of the games do you want to talk about?
Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid.
Real Madrid, Atletico. Okay, Real Madrid obviously beating Atletico again. Atletico had a chance to wrap this game up. Vinicius missed a penalty. Some way, somehow, Julian Alvarez, who I thought was one of the better players over the two legs, had the unfortunate incident happen to him where he touched the ball with his other foot before hitting the penalty and it was ruled out.
I think that thing...
It's a minimal contact.
We've seen videos. We've seen the videos. First of all, you dispute that decision.
I feel like everybody has their version of what they saw, because I've seen angles where his foot looks planted in the ground when he's kicking the ball. I've seen other angles too that make it look like his foot touched the ball before the other one did. So I feel like in a game of that gravity, the least they should have done is let him retake the penalty.
No,
you don't take a retake.
No. That's the thing.
The rule doesn't allow you to take a retake.
I understand that, but I don't think anybody.
But you know the Real Madrid players protested the moment he said that he kicked it twice.
Yep.
I saw Aguero on stream saying, "Hey, this boy has kicked it twice." Yeah. You know, Aguero, he's a Barca fan, quote unquote. So
he's an Atletico boy.
Even I'm saying he played for Atletico, but he's also a Barca. So he anything Real Madrid, he doesn't want to hear. So he started saying, like he was on the stream saying, this guy has kicked it twice. So I think the thing is, I think the players noticed.
Yep.
Because the Real Madrid players immediately were trying to get the ref's attention that he kicked it twice.
My own is, hear me out. This season, Real Madrid have been involved with a lot of things regarding penalties and referee controversies. It just makes it seem like every time something royally goes wrong in terms of the Champions League and decision making, they are the center
that
of
one.
it.
They get decisions, but I think there's one of the cases where it wasn't the case.
I think this was very straightforward. I'm not sure which angles people were looking at. I saw the angles.
You see,
Look clear to me like he touched the ball.
Let's break it down two ways. If he did indeed touch it twice, it's the correct decision.
Yeah,
fair enough.
That one there, I think let's not go around whether they should. That one, I don't even think they should change the rule.
No.
I don't even think, because this thing
it barely ever happened.
Yeah,
really.
I think we should just.
I think I've only ever seen one other instance.
Yep.
Yes, and then they'll just give it away like, it's not given. But look, I think people just upset about how the game ended because they felt like
Atletico deserved to go through.
They deserved to go through, but the referee kind of had undue influence. I think people don't like it when games are decided
by decisions.
So people are reacting emotionally to the decision deciding the game. I think
so. And people are tired of seeing Real Madrid go through. They feel like Real Madrid gets soft decisions.
No,
like,
but
they get soft decisions.
To be honest,
that one they get
I
soft.
don't agree.
To be honest, Atletico have themselves to blame in this particular game.
Let's stay honest.
They could have killed the game. Atletico Madrid have themselves to blame. They shouldn't have gotten to a penalty shootout.
They shouldn't.
That game shouldn't have gotten there. So, all in all, you know what happened? I was speaking to Manuel when we were watching the game, and I said, you know how this will go. Let's go do this, and we know what's going to happen at the end. So, kudos to Madrid. They play who next? They play Arsenal. Oh, that. I don't think that's being
I think I'm the only person who believes in Arsenal.
No, I don't believe in Arsenal.
This is your belief.
Wait, what belief? If Arsenal had firepower going into that game,
I don't even think
with Miguel Merino.
Oh, you're narrating my boy.
Anyway,
Gabi. But I want to say something about the Real Madrid thing, and I will say it, and I will stand by it. Real Madrid get decisions go their way all the time. Real Madrid are like,
what is I'm happy. I'm not the one saying that.
No, because I'm very neutral when I'm watching the Champions League. It doesn't bother me. Big teams get decisions, and Real Madrid get decisions more than anyone else. But
no, they point fingers to Barcelona when that happens too.
But you two, you get decisions.
No, I'm not saying that
Barca to get decisions. But the point is, this is the one time I don't think it was any decision that was went their way. The guy slipped, and when you slip, it's very likely that your second foot will
touch
whatever. So the referee, I can't say whether I saw it or not, but it's not my job to see it. But once they saw it, they made the right decision. Let's move on. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But Real Madrid get decisions, but today they are innocent.
Talk to me about one of them before I go to coach finally.
Let me quickly touch on the Liverpool PSG.
Thank you.
Look, I just saw this interesting thread. You know, after PSG kicked Liverpool out. So the thread was just talking about.
Why do you have to sound like that?
That's it. I know where you belong. It's fine.
Why are you doing that?
So the thread was just talking about how Liverpool were good up at the park in France.
Yeah.
And how they were also good somehow at Anfield. But then again, it boiled down to the tactical battle of both managers on the part of Luis Enrique and Arne Slot. Because something really interesting, Ben, just real quick. So Liverpool were doing something when they were attacking PSG. You realize that you would have Szoboszlai joining the front three. So what Luis Enrique realized was that, you know, he went in with Ousmane Dembele as his striker, more of like a false nine. He allows Ousmane Dembele to drop into the pockets of space where Szoboszlai, or was it Gravenberch? One of those midfielders joining the attack.
Yeah.
So then, when he gets the ball, he just lays it off to the wingers, and that's what led to that goal that was scored. You get it? And like I said, look, it was two fine managers, and I think that Luis Enrique in the past couple of seasons, I think he's one manager who's been underrated.
They look like Barcelona to me.
Yes, I think he's been
relentless.
He's been very underrated in the last couple of seasons for me.
He has,
especially when it comes to the UEFA Champions League. Let's not forget, he's got experience. He's done with Barca.
Yeah, he won the treble with Barca.
Good. He's done with Barca, and he's realized that, look, on paper you would want to say Liverpool, in terms of quality, were slightly ahead of Paris Saint-Germain when it comes to
more senior players, more experience.
Good.
Yeah.
Luis Enrique is he's dealing with, you want to say, a bit of youngsters who are now trying to walk. They would
very technically gifted youngsters.
The technical base of his team.
You could see it when they realized that they were through to the final. You could actually tell from the players that, look, it was job done at Anfield, and that is against one of the favorites. The Opta supercomputer actually tipped Liverpool.
Let me tell you how you know PSG were the better side. The fans in Anfield were sitting on thorns the whole 90 minutes. And they literally wanted the game to end.
Good. And another thing they talked about was how loud the PSG fans were than the Liverpool fans.
And to be honest,
you get it.
That game Liverpool won in France shouldn't have happened. The game PSG
was an anomaly.
I just think, look, it's one of those games that you look at it and say, both teams should have progress if there is a way like that. Because I think Liverpool realized the mistakes they did in France. They came to Anfield, worked on it a bit, but just those minute details. Then again, boiling down to Luis Enrique trying to outsmart Arne Slot. And I think he did that perfectly. I enjoyed the game. I did as well. I didn't watch the first leg, but the second leg, when I watched it, I had to go back to go and watch the first leg again, just to understand certain things. And I think that, look, I mean, probably it was a good game.
Probably one of the best games I've watched personally. I don't know which of the games you prefer to speak on.
I think
you can touch on both if you want.
I'll talk on the Liverpool one. First and foremost, I completely disagree with the draw. I don't see why Liverpool should have been paired against
the format.
The format of the draw.
Is that not the argument you were having? But is that not the argument you were having over?
I'll respond to this one. PSG started.
They started a group stage
very bad.
They nearly didn't qualify.
They finished. I think they finished 22nd. Right.
The reason why
with Madrid in that
they finished they ended up finishing 16th and 17th.
They came a bit above. Okay.
So the reason they got there is that they are basically. They were 16th and they and Brest were 16th and 17th. So basically they were not great in their group stage. So I don't think
they were.
It was not deliberate.
They got to where they were on the draw because they were bad in the group stage.
Draw that.
But coach, this happens every year. That if you finish second in your group, you end up with a hard round of 16. It's the same thing.
But normally, you see, the way this draw is not the way the other draw used to be. There's a slight difference.
Yeah.
And I'm sure UEFA themselves will look at this and it's something they will want to work on.
Probably.
But having said that, the two games were absolutely brilliant. For me,
I agree.
The game in France was a bit one way, but the game at Anfield was a back and forth. Let's go for it, to and fro. I think Liverpool did very well. I just could not imagine they going over 90 minutes and not scoring. That was my disappointment. When PSG took the lead, I thought that, okay, come with me, Liverpool will score one. So the West will be a 1-1. But for PSG to have kept their nerve, and the best way to do that is when you have a Spanish coach who believes in possession. And the fact that PSG, believe it or not, they had better technically gifted players. From the goalkeeper, the right back, the left back, the centre back, Marquinhos, and those guys, that Portuguese.
I think the forward guys get the plaudits, but look, man of the men too, William Pacho, centre back, left-footed,
the defender,
and then Nuno Mendes.
Charlie, the guy pocket Salah.
Nuno Mendes had Salah in a straight jacket, both legs.
The left-footed player.
I told somebody that they needed to take Salah off after the first half, or it will end like that. So our best player,
You
can
can't
take.
take him.
I know.
If you were the coach, you wouldn't take him.
True. It will cause a lot of
Because
trouble.
at the end of the day, the longer it goes at 1-0,
The more you feel like you need
go
your
for
star player.
penalty, he will be the one to take a penalty. But look, PSG deserve to go through. I really want to see a PSG Real Madrid semi-finals to see what
Old money versus new money.
I want to see how the people in at PSG will.
PSG will play what? Aston
Arsenal.
Villa.
Yeah, Aston Villa.
Aston Villa.
Yeah, they were playing Villa.
Surprised
That's
Aston Villa will
Unai
beat-
Emery going
You'll
back.
be surprised
to
Aston Villa will beat PSG. That's the funny
It
thing
can
about
It can
football.
really happen.
And the
But-
winner between Villa,
Yeah. Well, that means
Real Madrid,
yeah.
or Arsenal.
Yeah.
On the other side,
Yeah, that game.
on the other side, look, Barcelona. I have said that whoever or meets them, you will not outplay them. You will not create more chances than them. I will say what I said when Spain won the Euros. Barcelona will only get knocked out of this tournament if they have a bad day. A bad day means they will create all the chances
They don't score.
and they will not take it. But if they were to take the chances they create, they win the cup. Because that Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, if Barcelona had been the team who had scored Real Madrid a first goal in about 3 minutes, by 30 minutes, they would have collected like 4. Because it's Rudiger and co. No cohesion, no coordination at the back. Buga buga. So everybody should keep an eye on Barcelona. But I think the game of the next round will be that Inter Milan
Yes.
Bayern Munich tie. I think that is the tie we should all keep a look at. Two proper European giants going at it.
Defensive solidity and offensive fluidity.
Everything is.
I actually disagree with Coach. I think it's very one-sided. I don't, and
As
mostly
in-
because of
against who?
Because of company.
You don't trust company?
I think Inter will win quite easily. I think they'll
No,
manage
I'm
their
not
tie
saying
very
Inter will lose.
I'm saying that I don't even think it
It'll be tight?
It will be tight.
No,
I don't think so.
I think if you
I
understand
doubt.
the
I think
Italian
company has gotten
mentality-
better.
I don't
I
think
think-
Inter Milan is blowing any team away.
No. If you understand the way the Italians do their thing,
Yeah.
they don't underrate.
They don't actually. But they
They will show Bayern Munich
Respect.
A team
Yep.
with Keane,
Yeah.
Nasri, Inabri,
Yeah.
Olise, Coleman. You have to respect them. On their day, this Bayern Munich team, on their day, they can take any team on
True.
the Champions.
I believe that too.
I think that would
And
be
it's
the
not
game.
like I disagree, but I just feel like when at this stage, this is where your coaching comes in, and companies coaching,
I agree.
Company will shock
and
you.
where he
Inzaghi clearly.
Nice.
The
Yes,
better-
and
he's definitely a more
that's what,
experienced
so I
manager.
feel like it will be the kind of match you see that Bayern are trying, then
And Inter,
bah, they hit them on the counter,
they've
bah, they hit
conceded
them.
only 2 goals. in
Two goals. The whole.
Yeah,
the whole
their defense is actually
And,
crazy.
and that's
Marcus
and
Thuram.
when I say it won't be close, what I mean is that we'll see a lot of Bayern with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
They won't do much with it, and it's like the small time Inter have the ball, they will just deal with
You
it.
think Bayern will just half and puff? And
Yeah, I
nothing?
feel like
I
it's one
don't,
of
but
those games.
I
That's the
personally
fact.
think Bayern will knock Inter out. That's just me. I think Inter have been one of the better, probably one of the top 3
I
sides in
think
Europe
Inter is
this
a team
season.
nobody should
But
want
I
to
don't
play in
know.
the tournament.
Because
of how rock solid they are.
it's just the way. There's just something
You
about
feel like
it.
playing the first leg.
I'm not even sure. I need to check that.
Check that for me.
Yeah, I
Why
need
we
to
playing
check
the
that.
first
I
leg?
need to
I think
check that.
Inter gets a better chance
if they are playing the
bring
second.
leg home. But if
Fair.
they-
That works perfectly.